You got me excited the other day. You want to know why? Because I saw a picture with you and CRIS Cyborg.
Yes.
And CRIS Cyborg doesn't live too far away from us over here. She trains at the Ruka gym. How did all that happen? Because CRIS has hinted that she is interested in doing boxing, but she has this big fight against Holm. But I'm just kind of curious how the dots connected there with you and her.
Well, the first interaction we had was on Twitter. She said she was talking about boxing, about this and that, and I said, "Okay, let's meet." And
Just like that, like, hey, let's meet up.
Meet in the ring. You had the Mayweather-McGregor thing going on. You know, there's a huge fences around that, and I said, "Okay, when the guys are doing, why cannot we do it?" So, okay, let's make the female version of McGregor.
Oh, so you reached out for a fight, not even to meet her. Oh, you wanted like, hey, let's fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Wait, so she invited you over to just chat, even though you said, no, we should fight.
yeah.
Okay, all right. How did that go?
I think she knows I'm very big fan of her. I'm very respectful of her. I am extremely all female fighters, and she especially. You know, I have so much respect for the work she does. But we are both professionals, and I can say, you know what, I'm a huge fan of you. I admire what you're doing, but I still want to meet you in a ring. And she was intrigued, and she. When she heard that I was going over to do this week in US, she invited me to her gym and to talk more about this. And my feeling is that this is something that can happen.
Next year, 2019.
Well, it is, of course, to get the biggest fight. This is female fighting, male fighting, it doesn't matter. To get the biggest fight, it is always a lot of dots that needs to be connected. And it will not happen in my next fight, but it can definitely happen 2018, beginning of 2019.
Well, she has a big fight, too, that she has to win. And it's a tough fight against Holm, who was a professional boxer. You were supposed to fight her, yes, I believe, at some point. So what do you make of that matchup with their two styles? Because you have Cyborg that comes forward, and you got Holly that can counterpunch and can move around.
Well, I think this will be a very interesting fight. This will be a huge fight for female. I love this. I love this, and I will be there also. I love this matchup. I think there are two different fighters and boxers. I think in this fight it is all about the mental part. If you can stick to your game plan, and if Cyborg will not rush Holm and run after her, or if Holm can get her defense style, you know, and you know, this is all about who keeps the coolest head. So this will be quite a chess game, I think. I love it. I'm looking so much forward to it.
Do you think it favors a certain person or the other?
Well, I hope Cyborg wins, of course, because I want to fight Cyborg next year, and I don't want her to come into the fight with a loss against Holm. And I know Holm doesn't want to meet me in the ring. I honestly believe if it wasn't for me, she would still be doing boxing fights next to MMA. So I do hope Cyborg will pull this one off.
What do you make of how she fights and what she shows in terms of her style? And do you think she could be maybe one of the few that would translate well into boxing given her technique?
I saw her against Clarissa Shield. They did some sparring. Yeah. I was impressed. Yeah. I was really impressed. Of course, there was a lot of brawling in that particular video clip, but I was actually impressed that she was standing good, and she hit Clarissa with some shots, and they were really going at it. And she's definitely not afraid. That is one thing. I think she's the kind of person that when she puts herself a goal, she will do anything to reach that, and she will do anything to be ready and 100% give her all.
When I saw the sparring, I know Clarissa is, I think, maybe 2 weight classes above her weight. I think Clarissa's at middleweight, yeah, and CRIS is at 145 in the UFC. But when I saw it too, I was like, oh wow, she's doing well. She's landing her punches as well. And I think out of all the people that I've seen, I think she's probably the only one that could probably do well in boxing, I feel, with the skills that she has.
Me too. And when I met her at the gym, she was so physically, you know, she is so fit. She always trains. She always in shape. And she's so professional from everything, what she does in the gym to what she, you know, eats, to her mentality. And you can just feel it when you get inside the gym and you talk to her team. And I was... I was very impressed by her and her gym and her whole team. It was very, very nice for them to meet me and invite me in.